What's cooking, Keto fam? It's Friday at 5, so you know what that means. It's time for Is Vodka Keto? Hey everyone, I'm your host, John Terry, here with my beautiful co-host and mother, Geri Terry.
Something just doesn't feel right, JT.
You know, Mom, I was thinking the same thing. Why don't we slip into something a little more comfortable?
Let's.
Welcome.
You don't bounce quite as much as I do.
It's different chair. Different chair. We are Ketonia. I'm John.
I'm Geri.
This is episode 3, so cheers.
L'chaim.
And this is the Is Vodka Keto podcast.
It is.
Today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the Keto Flu. This is going to be a pretty short episode. I mean, I think that the goal really is to get to the point where you can go in and out of ketosis and not really have the negative flu-like kind of symptoms. I think that's a function of like in the last episode, like we talked about, being, if you're always working out, you're mindful of how much you're eating, you're mindful of how often you're eating. If you are consistent with that, you eventually will get to a point where, like, if I do cheat, like for me personally, if I do cheat, I handle it better. My body I get back into ketosis better. I don't have very many flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, I find. I mean, I haven't had the flu since I very first started, and I've had issues like the pandemic totally screwed me, but now that I'm back on target. Starting keto has not really impacted me negatively at all. But I do take the coconut, the MCT oil in my coffee and that may be a help. But
and that's the thing. So if you find that you're having a lot of these negative symptoms, MCT oil is super awesome and it's easy. It's cheaper than some of the other options that we're going to talk about. But it will get you right into ketosis. Throw a little bit in with your coffee in the morning, and it will surely bring you right into ketosis. The medium chain triglycerides break down very quickly into ketones in your body, and so that's one way to fight the keto flu.
Mm-hmm. Also, an added benefit is they're doing a lot of research on cognitive decline, dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that, and how important medium chain triglycerides are.
And they
don't help you talk, but
no.
they will help you think.
But for sure. And so the other thing you can do, if you're having problems with the keto flu, is the ketone salts, right? So you can get, there are ketone salts from a whole bunch of companies, and none of them are currently paying me to rep them right now. So that you can find them, and they're there. Search on Amazon. Go through my my Amazon influencer page. I probably have 1 or 2 of them actually tagged on there. And then the third way you can do it is the ketone esters. And I think there are a couple companies that make these, but I have a homie, Frank, over at Keto Aid, and they make I always forget if it's Keto Aid or Ketone Aid. Hold on. We're live. We're going to figure this out because this dude's super. They also have just relaunched a product that's hard ketones, which is like a keto seltzer, which was super cool. We tried that.
Yeah.
Those were super fun. It's an interesting buzz. I will not lie to you. It is not exactly the same as regular liquor, because what it is, it's like this metabolite that it's ketogenic alcohol. Yeah, it's Ketonade. Sorry, Frank. Let's fuck that up. But no, and they have some ketone esters, which are much stronger than the ketone salts, and basically just like jet fuel. I mean, you want to go into some serious ketosis. Like whenever I have my CGM on before I guess this would be the 3rd time I ripped it out. I've ripped out 5 of them so far. I work out. It's hard. It's hard to work out and not touch them. Or also I sleep weird. So it's like if I put it on the front, I like sleep on my stomach. It's terrible. It's terrible. Whole thing. But it would make it lose its mind because like when you instantly dump, when you throw your millimolar of ketones to like 3 or 4 or 5, all of a sudden your blood sugar drops, right? Your body's like, hey, what's the deal? And my blood sugar would tank and that thing would be like, you're going to die. I'm like, I promise I'm straight. It's cool. We're good. It's all good. Don't worry. But also the other thing you guys can do if you're having the keto flu, sometimes it can be an electrolyte based thing, not necessarily part of it's you're breaking an addiction, right? You're not going to feel great because if you're super addicted to sugar, it's just not that fun to get off of addictions. Mm-hmm. Like it's just not. It's not great. But if you take the MCT oil, it'll help make sure that you at least have energy for your cells. If you make sure you're eating enough salt or getting yourself some electrolytes, and drinking enough water, it really it shouldn't be too bad. And then, like we said, the longer you do it, the better it is gonna be.
Yeah.
And that I think.
One more thing, completely
off.
off.
Had a rhyme. I was gonna say.
Hold it. Can you just repeat it to yourself until it's time? I just wanted to say that the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel has I know, but I'm wearing a Lenny Bruce t-shirt. And I actually talked to someone who didn't realize that the Lenny character on that show was a real person. Okay. He was definitely but he was a real person. So
many questions.
So look up Lenny. It was reflected back at me. And so I'm sitting here looking at my shirt thinking, I gotta tell them that Lenny is a real person.
Yes, Mother, Lenny Bruce is a real person.
Not everyone knows it. And it could help you get into ketosis. You don't know that it wouldn't.
Cigarettes? Lenny Bruce. Just in case.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So we got through episode 3. I don't even know what my rhyme was anymore. Cheers to episode 3.
Yay!
Is vodka keto?
Hell yeah.
Is Vodka Keto is brought to you by Ketonia. For the most delicious keto baked goods, stop by ketoniafoods.com. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow us on all social media at Ketonia Foods. Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. It does more than you know. We'll see you next